How we doing today, man? You guys probably tell it was coming, right? It's been coming for a while. Um, pause. But wow, I'm kind of scattered, man. I was just in the Discord, um, just on a live, just talking for a long time. I was planning on making this video a while ago, but anyways, yeah, you guys could probably know it was coming, right? We lost the XFA account that we got, our first ever one. This is the first one we've ever passed, and we passed it in January, so we've been trading it for over 3 months. I'm really happy for the lessons I've learned on this account. I've definitely improved as a trader, without a doubt. But it's gone, right? And I think we had 3 winning days on it of $200, but we were never even eligible for payout, and we were never positive, right? We got about $500 in profit at first. That was the most we got. And then after that, dude, we just kept losing. February was really rough. So kind of want to just go over stuff I've learned from this account. And yeah, and just kind of go over the stats. Stats are horrible. We did gain $1,400, but we obviously lost 2,100. So that's kind of interesting that we lost. Oh wait, this. Let's do total. So January. I was gonna say, like, that doesn't make sense. So we made $4,000, but we lost 5,600. So we obviously lost more than we made. We lost 1,600 more than we made, and our win percentage was 54%. But that's because of a lot of break evens that count as wins. 115. So we had day win percentage. We had 3 winning days, losing days, or trades losing 3. I don't know what that means. Average win to loss was a 0.6, so we didn't even have an average 1R, right? That sucks. And our best day, it doesn't matter, right? We're not in profit. So this was the account graph, right? We had it forever, and we started out slow, and we got up to $532, and then we had a bad month. Let's go here, right? Let's go here. January, passed the account. We started trading just 1 micro. We started out strong, right? Decent green month, 1 micro. Did all right, but what did we not do well? We never fully were just comfortable following our rules and sticking to our plan really well, right? We didn't really stick to our plan well. February was where everything went wrong. Started out great, right? Started out $400, $300, and then we had back-to-back horrible days, right? And the back-to-back horrible days carried over. So we lost $800 on the bounce, right? Just out of nowhere, right? Just not even out of nowhere, but just bad day after bad day after bad day. Small green day, bad day. Green day, bad day, right? Couldn't get out of that cycle. March wasn't very much better, but we didn't lose as much in March, right? We had a $200 month where we lost $200. Not horrible. And then we had arguably a worse month. But we did start sizing up on this day, but we just took bad trades yesterday. And then today we lost, right? We had $100 of buffer, so I don't know how we lost 270 because we only had $100 to lose, right? And I honestly came in with the expectation to just pass or fail the account. So when Asia session opened, I took a trade with a mini, with micros, and then we took a trade on the NQ, the real contract, and we got stopped out obviously and lost the account. So why did I do that? Honestly, not the only reason, but the main reason I did it is just because I wanted to start fresh, right? I was so tired of being in drawdown for so long, trading poorly for so long, that I wanted to be done with the account or bring it back. So I was fully committed to just gambling it back, right? Plain and simple. Was that smart? Maybe not, right? But again, I've been on the ropes of this account for so long that the writing was on the wall, right? My first XFA, it's kind of a canon event to blow the account, and I mean, you guys could tell it was coming, right? We couldn't get out of this cycle, right? We could not escape losses. I mean, this week of just losing everything, right? Back-to-back losing day. Like, just, this was a nice day, but we gambled to get half of it, or more than half, and we got a $100 win, right? This was to get us out of drawdown, and then we got ourselves back in drawdown, and we just lost, right? We learned a lot about this from this account, though. I'm really happy with this, right? I'm happy that I was able to hold the account for multiple months. 1, 2, 3, 4 months. 3 months, really, but 4 months-ish. 4 different months. That's great, right? That $200 investment or the $150 activation fee for the investment on the account is great, right? I got my money's worth from the account. I learned a lot. I got the trade for free, essentially, for 3 months. And that's all that I can ask for, right? I mean, obviously, I wish I could have got payouts. I wish I could have done well. But we learned a lot. And that's what I want you guys to take away from this is don't be so down on yourself if you lose an account, right? You don't want to do the wrong thing. You don't want to lose. You don't want to be breaking your rules. But don't worry about losing an account. It's not the end of the world, right? You're going to be fine, right? I was so afraid to lose this account. I didn't want to lose it right away, but I was so afraid to lose that it affected the decisions I was able to make, right? And that's why if on my next account, right, we did take a trade today, and we got a combine. So this is the plan going forward. This was a fresh XFA account, a $2,000 limit. We have a fresh combine, and I will be copy trading them until I pass the combine, right? So then I will take a payout from this account. Obviously, all things go according to plan. We will take a payout from this account, and we will have passed another XFA, right? That's the game plan. So today we actually had a really nice day. We had a $200 day, right? I'll go over the trade later. I kind of want to keep talking about the last account real quick. But copy trading, I guess it kind of gave me a bad feel because I only made 197 on the combine. But we took one trade, took 3 micro contracts. We hit a 1-to-1 risk to reward. And yeah, good day, great day, right? Very happy with that. Very happy with the start, right? This is what I want to see. An infinite win ratio. 97% of my total profit. Do we have a consistency rule already? Huh. I've heard that they're going to add that. These are the stats I want to see. 100% green right now. I'm just kidding. You don't need to win everything. But it's nice to have hit a win today. And again, I'll go over the trade in a second, but I just want to continue about this real quick. What lessons do I take away from this? Because if you lose with no learning, then you're not getting better, right? You're not getting better. What lessons can I take away from this? Well, I was setting myself unrealistic expectations, especially with the markets being so volatile, right? A lot of money was moving quick in the markets. Setting my daily loss limit on my dollar amount to 150 wasn't ideal because I would take a $100 loss and I would throw away the last 50. So I was stuck there, right? So now I'm giving myself a little more breathing room. If you see on this account here, I have a $400 losing limit, right? Because I'm going to take 2 trades. I'm going to risk 200 in each trade, give myself 2 chances. And we'll go over the rules in the next one, right? But we learned, we took that away from it, right? That we were too tight on the risk. Also, same mistakes that we've been making anyways that have nothing to do with the account, but just not holding my trades properly, right? I would take a lot of trades. All right, if we go over yesterday, right? I would take a lot of trades that were not good conditions. And I would take trades like this, right? A random inversion that didn't even fully close. And I would lose there. And I don't need to be losing there because it's not a good setup. I was taking too many bad setups. And I was also not holding my trades properly. Or I was partially wrong. Or I was going to break even early. And not taking good setups, right? This was a great setup yesterday. Inversion, change of state delivery, sweeping out the highs. Sweeping out these overnight highs. Or whatever. We could have got in here. Risking 50 points, 2 contracts on M and Q, hit a 1-to-1 in 1 second, pretty much. Hit a 1-to-1, hit a 2-to-1, whatever you want, right? 2-to-1 right there, day done, right? We were missing good trades, and we were taking bad trades, and we weren't holding the good trades properly, right? And a lot of times, right, we had a lot of days that were break-even days, right? If we look back, why was this a $2 day? Because I lost 70 something bucks and I make 74 back. I guarantee, I don't remember this trade, but I guarantee this trade would have ran more than the $75 I took. But I closed the trade at $75 because I was already down 75. So that's another thing. I would be down on the day, take a second trade just to be even instead of trying to take another trade to take profit, right? So we learned a lot about that, right? That we limited ourselves on good days, right? This is another day, $7. Oh, this is just a bunch of break evens, it looks like. This is a day, right? We were down 50, made some, lost some. We were just scalping a lot, taking too many trades. In and out too quick, right? We shouldn't see a bunch of break evens in a row. $2, $5, $11, $7. That's too much. All in one contract. That's too many scalps, right? One trade. This was a good trade. I think I remember this. This was a good day, right? But we were trading one micro, and we were targeting 2-to-1, but it didn't make as much. Again, that was a bunch of break evens. Here, we lost $75. So what did we do on the next trade? We covered our loss. That's all we did. We didn't allow it to perform, right? So that's another thing. So all in all, man, there's a lot of learning from this account. I'm grateful to have blown the account, and I'm kind of at peace with it. I'm almost happy to have blown the account in a weird way. Why? Because it's giving me some more freedom to refresh, right? We lost the account. That was our biggest nightmare. Our biggest nightmare was, what if we lose the account? Oh my gosh, what if I lose the account? We did lose the account. And guess what? It's fine. We go again, right? And my trading, right, we had 17 trades under 15 seconds. Sometimes you'll get in a trade and it'll instantly stop you out, but this is mainly break-even bad trades. 15 to 45 seconds, 16. So the majority of our trades were 15 or under a minute, right? Majority. This is the majority of our trades. We had 11 that were 1 minute, 2 minute. Could get a take profit 2 minutes. It's probably going break even too early. 2 minutes to 5 minutes, 28, right? So we clearly take short trades. We only had 5 trades that lasted more than 5 minutes and only 2 trades that lasted more than 10 minutes. And is that true? Okay, this isn't the wrong period, but let's do January. Let's see exactly, right? But again, right, it's pretty accurate. So even worse, right? We had 62 trades that lasted 2 minutes. So we're not holding our trades like we need to. Today's trade on my actual account today, this doesn't make any sense. So these stats are wrong. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong month. Never mind, that's not wrong. It's not wrong. My bad. I forgot that I took these, right? I took these trades, 1 second trades. I was in this trade for like no time because, I was in the trade for 10 seconds. Why did I do that? Because you have to keep the account active, right? I had this account for a while. I passed it a long time ago, but you have to keep the account active. So that's why that happened. This trade today, we got in. I'll just show you guys the trade. But this one was the 2 to 5 minute trade, right? This is the range. I need to be taking, obviously if I hit my take profit in 1 minute, great. But we should be seeing most of our trades from here to here, 5 to 10 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes, right? If you're in for 30 minutes to an hour, good for you, but you know what I mean? But yeah, really happy with that on the account. Now, let's go into the actual charts, right? Because that happened yesterday, and today we had a really good winning day. And I really want to go over the charts today because, it was overall a great day. So, Express account, we hit our $200, we hit our 1-to-1. Where was the trade, you might ask? Well, first of all, I kind of want to go over what was happening coming into the day, right? What were we looking at? Well, we were in on the higher time frame. I do want to point out that I do not love price action right here. What is my thought process here with this price action on the hourly? It is, we're recovering from this crazy volatility, right? From random news events. This is crazy. This is insane. So we had a rebalance, and now we're just choppy because the market's trying to find its feet after such a ridiculously crazy time we were living through, right? This was crazy, right? This is crazy price action. So now we're getting a lot of chop on the higher time frame. That's why today we had a new week gap. We're still getting a lot of news, man. A lot of stuff's happening. This was a random move at 4 a.m., 300 points, just massive candle range, right? So I came into the day realizing that I didn't really know where my bias was. So I let the market come to me. We had this 15-minute gap that I marked out. Coming to market open, we had these highs right here, and we had higher high and higher high. And we obviously had Asia right here and London low. So I was looking for something, either run through this gap and go higher or respect the gap and go lower. So we saw that we respected the 15 minute gap right here really, really well. Closed bodies below it. And this is when I was looking for something, right? I said to myself, I started doing this where I write down in my journal during the day where I'm writing down my emotions and the time of day. So I write down what I'm seeing, thinking, so that I can look back and see, okay, what was I thinking at this time? And at 9:39 a.m., right? So we'll see 9:39 a.m. right here. This candle right here, this random black one, inside the 15 minute. I wrote down, I feel restless due to not knowing what I really want to see in the market currently. I am leaning bearish. So I was leaning bearish, but I felt uneasy. I felt restless due to the fact that I didn't know which way we were going to go for sure. At 9:44 a.m., so 9:44 or 9:43 a.m., this candle right here, I wrote, I see a nice short CISD and a SMT inside 15-minute fair value gap. I am tempted to take it, but it's not exactly my plan. Right? What was this trade? What was I talking about there? We had an SMT with ES right there, right? If we go to ES, we had a lower high, right? This is the 937 candle. We had a lower high, perfect SMT, 942, right? 942, we make an SMT inside the 15-minute P array. And then we get a change in state delivery, which is this candle closure below the up close candles. The change in state delivery right there. The only reason it wasn't exactly what I want to see is because we didn't have a fair value gap overlapping, right? If we had an inversion that could take place right here, overlapping, I would have slapped this short in a heartbeat, right? We could have got in. We could have risked 3 micros, right? And we could have targeted a 1-to-1 because I'm going to go over this in a video either tomorrow or Friday. I'll go over my new strategy per se. But yeah, I'll kind of I'll explain everything on Friday in my new plan. But this trade would have been phenomenal, right, to these lows, and you could have held runners. We end up making an SMT here, right? ES swept this, or NQ sweeps this low right here. Let's just do this. NQ sweeps the low, as you can see here. ES does not. So we go back to the ES. ES does not sweep the London low, and then we get a nice reversal. We're moving our way back down, which I do believe will take out that low. But that is where the reversal took place off of. But this was the first entry that I didn't get. I wrote down 1 minute later in my journal, 9:44. I feel FOMO if it plays out. I like the trade. I just don't have what I need to see, or I don't feel comfortable, right? Which is fine. So what did I see here? I wanted to see this 2 minute gap get inversed. This is the second entry that I didn't take. That is phenomenal. Phenomenal. This 2 minute. Why? Because we have the 15 minute with SMT inside the higher time frame gap. We have the 1 minute change in state delivery. We have displacement. We create a bearish fair value gap right here. Price doesn't trade below. And this is really, really important. This is something I really want to emphasize. If this candle came down like this and the next candle closed bearish and broke and made an inversion without having some sort of move higher, it would instantly be lower probability inversion. And the reason for that is because so many times I have seen where a candle will just dump like this and the next candle will dump here and close below. 90% of the time you don't run this low instantly, you rebalance up higher. So if you get in here and it hasn't rebalanced yet, you will get stopped and wicked out of the trade. So the reason why I love this inversion and why I should have entered off this inversion straight away and targeted a 1-to-1 or a 1-to-2, I could have entered right here, stop above the high, and I could have targeted 50 points, right? A little bit over a 1-to-1, or you could target 100 points. I don't know if you get, yeah, we wouldn't get 100 points. So I would target 50 points there because I'd be risking 2 micros, trying to risk 200 per trade. This trade is amazing because of the fact that we rebalanced to the inefficiency, the fair value gap, before inversing without taking the low, right? And with the context of London and Asia lows over here, right? delivering from here, right? Everything was in confluence to short there. So if we jump on the 1 minute, you can see it even better. We also made a beautiful signature in price here. Again, the 1 minute gap, we retrade to this order block right here, the up close candles that we closed below. We already rebalanced the CISD, we displace, we pull back, we hold this inversion area, we hold the fair value gap, we close very bearish. This puts in a beautiful order block. We put in a phenomenal order block right there. We trade to it one time, trade to a second time, and displace through the low. That's where you'd move your stop to break even and you'd target the 1-to-1, or you'd hold to the lower, right? That was a textbook amazing trade. I really wanted to emphasize that trade and just kind of how good of a trade that was. But I didn't get it. So I waited for 10 a.m. I'm starting to try and look for 10 a.m. or 4-hour PO3, like big chart trades, shout out him. But what was I looking for? I was waiting for 10 a.m. to open. This was exactly what I wanted to see. I wanted to see 10 a.m., this is 10 a.m. candle, not go lower, and I did not want to see us take out the low, right? So we did take out London low, but we left Asia low. So that's why I had confidence to believe we would come back lower. I wanted to see for the 4-hour PO3, I want to see some sort of manipulation higher, right? Putting in the 4-hour wick, right? This is the 4-hour candle wick, and I wanted to see us then distribute lower, right? So I was looking for a 15-minute PD array, which was this order block right here, this order block, right? This up close candle gets closed below, we retrade to it. Then I was just looking for a change in state delivery, right? And we get the change in state delivery right away inside the order block. We also have an SMT. So we have everything we need. We have an SMT with the order block. Look, this is the 15-minute order block on ES. We never tapped it, right? So we left the order block. So that's an SMT inbound or SMT PD array, right? So we never reached the PD array on the ES, right? So that shows an SMT. We also get a 1 minute SMT here, a 10:08 to 10:12, right? If we see here, NQ makes a higher high. So we have a bearish SMT along with a SMT with the order block that we retrade to right here. And we came back to this very important inversion fair value gap right here and this order block on the 1 minute. So very nice reversal. As soon as we got the close below the change in state delivery, right here, I got it on this one. I entered with no hesitation. I had a perfect stop loss of $200. I risked 33 points right here, and I targeted a 1-to-1. So I got my 1-to-1, and it was a perfect trade. The reason I went for a 1-to-1 is because that's what I'm going to start going for, is 1-to-1s, 1-to-2s max, right? Because then I can just pick a trade, hold my stop loss, and be happy with it, right? So today, that's what we did. We got into the trade, and we held the trade, and we did move our stop loss when we started printing this candle. When we closed like this, and I'll pull up the video and show the execution, right? But that was the trade, and I'm more than happy with it because even though we didn't hit the full take profit, we had SMTs at these lows. I hit the 1-to-1, held my trade perfectly, right? I went in with the plan to go 1-to-1, and guess what? This model is perfect. 15-minute order block, 10 a.m. opened higher, manipulated, SMT, change state delivery. We never inversed, right? So if I was looking to trade an inversion, I wouldn't have lost on this because we never closed below the 2 minute. So you would have been able to avoid this trade. We end up holding the 2 minute and rejecting higher. Very, very happy with that trade, right? I'm very happy. That's exactly what I needed to do. That's exactly what I was looking for. Perfect execution, perfect plan. Super, super happy with that trade, right? So now I'll just pull up the trade, and that's the trade. I copied it across both accounts. One trade for the day, done, right? Simple as you like. Right? Very, very happy with that. And here it is, man. And I just want to show you kind of just the celebration, right? We'll watch this trade out here. So there's no hesitation, I believe. I hope not. Maybe there was. There's a slight hesitation. I wanted to see if we could close and get closer to the change in state delivery. So we closed there, and I wanted to see if we could get a little bit closer so I could see, okay, if we move up, and we didn't move up much, so I was like, cool, I'll get in right at the entry. So a little bit of a bad fill, risking $200, and we were targeting a 1-to-1. So again, I didn't target lower and then get emotional and move. I set my 1-to-1 from the beginning. That was my plan the whole time. And we'll just watch how we manage this. And this is the first trade on the new XFA. Throwing my shirt back on, I start getting sweating, man, because it's hot in this room. But Real Madrid play Arsenal in the Champions League. I am ecstatic for that game. While we're watching this trade play out, I am just excited, man. Madrid have never come back from 3 goals down in the modern era. They have a chance to make history tonight. History, right? I'm not expecting them to come back against Arsenal, but if they do, I will be there. No matter what, I will see it live, and it will be amazing. At this point, I was over the moon. I was like, I think I'm going to take profit. It looks good. And I was so happy, right? And I'm sitting there just hoping and praying and just like, please. And I saw that candle. I'm like, oh, no. And every bone in my body said, move your stop loss to break even. Move your stop to break even now. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. And I fought the demon. And even here, I was like, move it to break even now. Like, it should go, right? It should never come back up. And I was like, no, I got to hold it to 1-1 or nothing, right? And look, I look terrified, dude. I looked terrified. I was like, terrified. So we let the trade play out. And anyway, back to the Arsenal game, man. Oh my gosh, if Madrid can do this, dude, I will be so happy. I'll be so happy. Like, genuinely, just, it will be amazing. So we get a bullish candle there. That is actually a really annoying candle. But, again, I wanted to move my stop loss so bad. And it starts running against me. I'm like, I want to move it so bad. And I'm up $100. I'm like, oh my gosh, if I just close the trade 150 right here. But guess what? That wouldn't get me my $200 day. And I'm losing $50. I'm not even, if I close the trade then, I wouldn't have hit even 1-1. So if I go and lose the next trade, I wouldn't even cover my loss because I just took a trade for less than $200. There's no point in that, right? At this point, I thought it was going to just flush through and get my take profit in 3 candles, and it was going to be an amazing day, and I wouldn't even have the stress whatsoever. But it wanted to play a little bit of games. But we never changed our take profit off the $200, off the 1-1, which is great. And I didn't, look, my stop loss is still not at break even yet. That's improvement, right? That is improvement. One thing I want to say before this trade plays out is that in the free Discord, right, we're already at 260 members, which is crazy, right? That's crazy. And I appreciate everyone that's joined, right? I hopped on a live call, and look, I didn't let go of it yet. I just dragged it down there just in case we started breaking lower. But, yeah, again, this is where my habit of just being scared. I move it back up. I believe, I move it back up, and I say, you know what, I'm not going to do it, right? I need to hold my trades, right? I need to. But anyways, in my Discord, though, right, I went live today, and we just had some fun talking about investing and dividends and stuff like that, and then also just psychology, right? I think that's the best thing I can provide in my Discord is just psychology, right? I'm not going to be the best one to learn from strategy and stuff yet, but I do a lot of psychology talks. That's my favorite part of trading because I think that's the hardest part. But yeah, I mentioned in my Discord, and if you want to be a part of this, you have to be in the Discord. If I break my rules 3 times in a month, and I have my rules out in my Discord so you guys can hold me accountable. If I break my rules more than 3 times in a month, I'm giving away funded accounts. So I'm not rich, so that's why I have to do 3 times. If I break them 3 times, I'm not rich enough to be able to afford whatever, right? But if you don't believe in me, if you don't think I can follow my rules, then join the Discord and you might be able to profit off me, right? If I don't follow my rules, I'm giving away a funded account. So hopefully hopefully the people that really want to see me win, and I move myself to break even here. Reason I don't mind is because the ES had already taken out these lows here. So I was fine going break even there. At this point, when it flushed lower, I still am holding it, and at that point, I leave my stop loss here because I want to either see us hit take profit, or I want to be out of the trade a little bit early, but I don't hate it, right? And then look at the celebration, look at the celebration, look at the celebration. Let's go, let's go. I was excited, to say the least, right? I was excited. And my hair, dude, anytime I shampoo my hair, I look stupid, but I was excited, man. This is how I want to celebrate like this for Madrid tonight. I I was happy, man. I was happy, dude. Anyone that was in the Discord live call would know I was in a great mood. I was in a fantastic mood. I think that now we're delivering towards that low, right? We have this 15-minute balance that we're going to – this is beautiful. This is beautiful. But, yeah, that doesn't really matter. If you believe in me and you don't want to see me give away funded because you don't want me to break my rules, I appreciate that. But if you don't like me at all and you think I suck at trading and that I'll never make money from day trading in the NASDAQ and S&P 500 and you want to see me fail and you want to see me break my rules and you want to take my money because you want to get a funded account, if I break my rules, and again, I show you guys everything, right? 100% transparency. If I break my rules 3 times in a month, 3 strikes and I'm out, I will be giving away funded accounts, right? We'll keep it fair. We'll put people's names. You gotta just have to hit the poll, right? Whoa. That sounds like crazy. That sounds like wrong context. I'm gonna throw a poll tab up in the Discord, and anyone that puts their name on it will spin a wheel, and we'll give away a funder. So even if you don't like me and you think I stink at trading and I'll never be able to stick to my rules, then join the Discord and try and profit, right? If you actually don't like me, don't join the Discord. But if you're not in the Discord, and you do tolerate me, then you can potentially win a funded account. Hopefully, I don't give away a single one because I don't want to lose money and I don't want to be breaking my rules. So I have nothing else to say, man. I have nothing else to say. I blew the account. It happened. But guess what? The sun came up. I woke up and I came after another day, and we had a good day. So I will see you guys tomorrow, man. For the love of everything, a la Marie, right? Please, man. I just want it to be a game. I just want the game to be good. I just want them to perform well. I just want them to put in an honest effort. Play for the badge tonight, man. Please. I wish I could just sit there and shake all the players and say, perform, right? Do something, right? Don't let me down. I'm literally just killing time now for the game. Oh my gosh. I'm starting. My heart's starting to race thinking about it, man. I'm telling you, man, I'm a ultra fan. I would say I'm in the top 100 fans in the world. I would say. Maybe I won't be. I'll be humble enough to say I'm not the biggest fan, right? I'm sure there's bigger fans, but I am a big fan, man, and I'm just killing time at this point, man. I can't wait for that game. I will see you guys tomorrow, man. I appreciate all you guys. Please like and subscribe and comment. Let me know how you guys have been doing. Let me know where you guys are at on your trading, right? Let me know. I'm still yet to get back to all the comments from yesterday, so I apologize. I will do that right now. I'm literally just killing time for the game, man. I will see you guys. I appreciate all you guys. The support on the channel has actually been crazy. Let's keep it going, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.